It's commonly known that eXp doesn't have any brick and mortar offices, and a lot of people in the industry feel like training becomes a problem there. We're here at Dead Low Brewing here in Cincinnati today, and we've got a lot of the top agents in eXp that are showing up to go over market trends because the market has shifted in 2022. We're going over how we as top agents are setting proper expectations for our clients. We've got a panel where top agents are going to share what they're doing in this market, maybe give some market predictions and how they're interacting with the market so that they can get ahead of what's happening right now. So for a lot of the agents out there, we do this on a regular basis. We get together, we share things so that eXp agents are helping each other, help each other's clients, and basically become the top real estate company in the country. This is pretty cool.
Yes.
You been here before? No, I've never been here. Yeah, we're about 45 minutes south.
All right, so we're going to get started right away with some excitement. So in your workbook, there is page 1 that has Jennifer Mertland and Monica Weegley. Woo! They're going to come up and do a live presentation of the Real Estate Fight Club. So I am going to step off stage here.
Jen and I started this podcast in October of 19 on the premise that we both were having success, but we did business very differently.
Mine was better because I was in Mexico and had been out of the country for a year and
Right.
still in the top 1.5% of agents in the country, but go ahead.
So that makes it better.
That makes it better.
So we said, gosh, we really wish agents would understand that this is about you following your authentic path and you not trying to be Jen, because most people cannot be Jen. You not trying to be me, you not trying to be the top agent in the market, you being you. And so we started this podcast on that premise that we would just fight about subject matters and argue for our points.
Yes.
And
Which
it
is
does
the first one.
get a little hairy. What was the first one?
The first one is, should you always pre-qualify a buyer before you show them a house?
Who says
this
yes?
is a dumb question.
Who says not
Oh
always?
my God.
See, this is why Team Monica is always the winner.
Dumb.
All right,
Dumb.
Make your point.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, do you work for money? Anybody here work for money?
Yes.
Do you want to get paid?
Yes.
Do you get paid when somebody buys a house? Yes. Why the fuck would you show somebody who can't?
True.
Right?
Okay.
That's it.
So in the real world where most of us live, here's how I handle that. I will show one house
Wrong.
for free. Who's one house for free? Yeah, because it is important to connect, to not
You
put
can
up
connect over the phone.
This is why we need one microphone. To not put up any barriers to that first appointment.
Put up all barriers.
Yeah, right, exactly. So the point being, choose your lane.
I mean, here's the thing. So I think that as real estate agents, we are professional salespeople, correct? Professional salespeople have a process. One of those processes is if you see a house that you like, I want you to be fully prepared to offer on that house. What does the seller and the listing agent want with the offer? Yeah, right.
So,
And it's not easy. You can go to a place where it's really easy to get one, but they're not always really qualified, right? No, I want to go where it's a little bit hard. Like you got to submit your documents, they run all this stuff, and that takes more than 5 minutes.
do you see how angry she is? Like,
I actually took a happy pill today.
So this is like
It's
difficult.
because I haven't had my white ball.
All right, let's argue about the next point. You guys can pick and choose what's reality. Okay, good.
You have white ball?
Update for Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. And I'm going to let you roll with it, so go ahead. And you just go like this to me, and I'll just advance the slides for you, okay?
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and advance. Let's look at what we're going to talk about today.
What is F?
What is F? That's fine. That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. What are you guys thinking? What do you think the F stands for the market right now? It's not a grade. Not a grade. Go ahead, Jackie. Click next. Y'all, it's fine. Next one. It's really fine, y'all. It is fine. That's for the Kentucky folk here. Fine, y'all. This market is fine. We've got to stop listening to the hype, the media. You know the media only reports on things that perks people's ears and gets people to tune in. You can leave that up, that's fine. So we've got to set our own narrative. And I want to just share a couple things with you for a few minutes that will help you feel confident in talking with people about the market, because it's fine. Who wants to do under 50 deals in the next 12 months? I just want to see the majority of us are under 50 deals, correct? Like that's your goal? Oh, most of this place wants to do over 50 a year? No.
I mean, I want to.
Under 50 a year is kind of your goal. You're like a 20, 30, 40 agent, right? Really?
Hi, people.
Who wants to do over 50? See, that's, okay, I like it. All right, good. There's plenty of business for you. The market is not going to drive whether or not you hit your goal. I promise you. Let's look at just Cincinnati. I didn't have the access to the northern Kentucky, but just so you can see, over the past 7 years or so, the number of homes sold, residential homes sold, has been relatively steady. I mean, you've got some ups and downs for sure, and percentage-wise, you can get, oh, it's down 5% or whatever, but we're talking about a couple homes, right? This is not going to change your business. The market is fine. You are completely driving this train. Go ahead and click the next slide, Jackie. This is, I'm not gonna go all nerdy on you, but this slide, the red line, this slide is in Cincinnati, residential, it goes back 24 months. The red line represents the number of houses that were for sale that particular month, okay? So there are 24 months represented there. The green line represents the number of houses in Cincinnati that sold that month, okay? Even over the last 2 years, which this is representing, I mean, look, we still have the seasonal dips. We still have more inventory than we're selling. Breathe. We're fine. We're fine. And if we're believing what our friend that's the agent or some news channel that's talking about national numbers or whatever, then you are doing your client a disservice by not understanding the specific market segment, because it may not be the story at all. It may be amazing, actually. Next slide, Jackie. This is Northern Kentucky. Same story, right? We're good. We're good.
As time went on, our scripts got better, our strategies got better, right? So she just showed you the units are the same. The only thing that's going to be different is now you're having conversations with your sellers. And those conversations sound a little bit like this. We not only have to be priced the best, we have to look at the best. Let's look at what other properties have already been on the market for 15 days. Why don't we take a tour through them just to see if our property is better or not, right? Your scripts are going to change and your strategies are going to change, and then those seller strategies are going to get better and better and better. Does that make sense? So don't be afraid. It's just learning new skills, and it's all the same units. So, well, we're excited because we're about to have our top agent panel. So you've teed her up. She's coming on up. So Diane Wiseman, Aaron Smith, Michelle Mamo, and Denise Taylor, if you'll come to the stage, please. And can you grab one more stool, Aaron, up to the front?
Hi, panelists.
Hi.
Please state in years and the past 12 months the volume and units, and if you have a team or solo.
Hey guys, I'm Aaron Smith. Got into the business in 2010 full-time. Last year we sold 92 units at about $24 million. Did I hit them up? And I've got a small team. We've got 5 members, including myself. We've got a full-time admin and a part-time runner.
What attracted you to EXP, and how long have you been at EXP?
Come on.
All right, confession time. I was actually at EXP in 2017, and I chickened out, went back to my previous company for, let's call it comfort reasons. And Diane, I think you actually came over to EXP the month that I left to go back.
Did I?
And then part of the reason that I came back is I realized that if I had stayed and made icon status every single year, which I would have, at $2.80 a share, when I came back over in October, I would have had about $950,000 in stock, and that doesn't include what I would have had in rev share. I was the first agent. I opened up the Northern Kentucky Association of Realtors for EXP, and they were like, what the hell is an EXP? And I said, well, you're about to find out in a big way. And they did, but I wasn't there to see it because I went back to the old company and did my thing. What attracts me is that I also invest in real estate, and I can't be in a mindset of earning a passive income and growing into just something bigger than what I can create on a daily basis without being at EXP. That's the only company that allows us to do what we do with the leverage of rev share, with the leverage of the stock. It's the only company that allows you to do that. And until there's something better, and I doubt there will be, but until there's something better, that's where I'm going to stay. Ooh, you found one.
I have this now.
Nice.
Okay, next question. What area is your market, and what changes have you seen in your market in the past 90 days? And how are you handling these changes?
We do about 80% of our business in Northern Kentucky, the other 20 in Cincinnati. The biggest change that I think I've seen is just buyers have let their foot off the gas pedal a little bit. They're not jumping on properties as fast, and they're asking the question now, how much do you think we can get it for in the down direction? Or they see a price reduction, they see blood in the water. We don't see that, we haven't seen that in a while. And then the education mode kicks in. And we get to start talking about, affordability. We get to start educating them, as Monica said. We just need to be better at educating our clients. Inventory is still low, so we're educating buyers that you can't come in there and lowball a seller and think that they're not going to get 2 or 3 offers, because it's still happening on a daily basis.
What are you and your team doing next 12 months to increase your skill sets and tools in order to insulate your business and be more productive?
This is the one I was waiting for. Hopefully I can drop a little fire here. I got excited really quick because a good friend of mine, Matt Plapp, who's actually in the back over there, he's actually one of my mentors and coaches. He's helped me create my podcast. He's helped me create a lot of social media presence, and I got my camera guy, Max, here. Got to give him a shout out. So we were shooting a podcast the other day, and we were actually talking about commercial real estate. And one of the things that Matt said on the podcast was, I don't want to buy a business where Amazon can put my tenant out of business. And it got me thinking, it's like, okay, well, why would that happen? It's like, well, when I want toilet paper, I go on Amazon and I order it. When I want anything, I order it in a very convenient way so I can have it quick, it's at my doorstep. When I order Chipotle, I go on the app, I walk in, I pick it up, I don't have to talk to anybody. Starbucks, boom. Panera, boom. So I started thinking, like, what could we do as agents to create this convenience factor? I keep running into the situation where I get a lead, I nurture the lead, and then, oh, by the way, they ran into somebody at church, and then they sold the listing to somebody before I could ever list it. I did a bad job of educating them on why I'm valuable in their world, right? So I'm going to do a better job of showing people value before they ever know they need it. That's one of the things, and you can do that because how many people have looked at their cell phone since they've been in the room? Put them up. I know you, yes, exactly. Everybody's walking around with their cell phone. Everybody's got Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all these things in their hand, and nobody's doing video out there. It's because we all give 2 shits about what people will say and think about us, and we're too worried about what people think. You got to start telling your story and telling people why you are running the best business out there for people. You got to educate, you got to entertain. So we're doing that at a really high level right now. We're putting it out there. I'm tired of losing out on listings because they walked down the grocery store aisle, they ran into somebody who's looking for a house, and then they sold it before we could get our hands on it. The other thing is we're going to start implementing, if you haven't read the book Vivid Vision, I'm on my 3rd round of that. Think about this. What would happen if you had a real estate business where when you went on a listing appointment, your handyman, who's also a licensed home inspector, went with you. They did a pre-listing home inspection for the seller and said, hey, we found these 20 things that we could probably button up before you list your house. I actually already took care of 5 of them for you, and I can be back tomorrow to take care of the rest. So that would be pretty sweet. That's automatic value. That seller's going to tell everybody they know that you just did that. Oh, and by the way, when you get the post inspection from your buyer, they can also go back in there and fix those things, other things that they chose not to fix out of the gate. And then, oh, by the way, we have a cleaning crew that's on our staff. They'll clean your house before you list it. They'll clean your next house before you move in. And then we also get our VIP rate for cleaning crew while you own it. Our cleaning crew is also our bird dogs. They're going to tell us if somebody's thinking about moving, maybe they had a death in the family, something like that, so we can reach out and stay in better contact with them. So when I'm looking at my vivid vision on where things are headed, I'm looking at adding massive value to people and being in their world on a weekly and monthly basis. We already bought a moving truck. We offer that to our clients. If they go buy a washer and dryer, hey, keys are in the back of the moving truck, here's the code on the back of the thing, just go pick it up. So we're trying to add values in other ways because those sales up there haven't gotten any smaller, but the watering hole is more crowded. There's more agents in the business now than there ever has been. So we're just trying to stand out in a big way.
I think Denise and Michelle gave some good closing advice. Aaron, what's your closing advice for all these agents out here?
My closing advice would be, I know Monica's slide said to 2x your efforts. I think you need to 10x your efforts. Grant Cardone said it first, but I'm just telling you, like I've doubled down on what I do well. Haven't doubled. How do you say 10 times? I've 10x what I'm doing. And the other thing, Gary Keller did it right when he wrote the Shift book. He said, find the motivated. I think the era of the move-up buyer is going to slide out of the way to the motivated buyers and sellers, people who need to sell, that they're going to put their house on the market for one reason or the other. But we still need to talk to people about the opportunities of downsizing, because that's going to be a great opportunity coming soon. Just find the motivated people and stop getting in your own way when it comes to social media. I know I'm the social media guy because I spend a lot of time there telling stories and interviewing people that can share information with my clients. But here's a quick tip for anybody who wants to do more video or podcast or anything like that. Set up a camera on your desk and just do what you normally do. Check your email, text message people, scroll Facebook, let the camera roll, okay? It's gonna make you more comfortable with that being in the room and in your face. When you're done for the day, delete it. Or just don't even watch it, right? You might even keep it to document your success over time. But then the next day, do it again. The next day, do it again. And before long, you'll forget the camera's even there. So now when you're on the phone with your client giving advice about pricing or you're giving advice about something, you've got that documented. You can use some of that content to put out there because all these social media platforms are of no cost to us. You're already doing your job. Just tell people what you're doing. Share people a success story. Tell the success stories of your clients and all of your listings and buyers. Somebody has a win, share it. That's my parting advice.
All right, thanks panel, stay up.